Paano ba mag-divide ng polynomials using synthetic division? Pero bago yun, dapat alamin muna natin kung ano po bang ibig sabihin ng synthetic division. It is a process that makes use of numerical coefficients in dividing polynomials in which the divisor is a binomial in the form of x minus c. Ang ibig sabihin nun, ang magiging divisor ng polynomial natin is not a single term. It is a binomial or dalawang term ang gagamitin natin. So, tara, sabayan niyo po ako. Let's have an example. We're going to divide 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 4x minus 9 divided by x plus 2. Of course, kailangan natin sundin yung steps kung paano po ba mag-divide ng isang polynomial using synthetic division. Una, arrange the coefficient of 6x cubed minus 11x squared minus 4x minus 9 in descending powers of the variables, replacing 0 to any missing term. Since dito po ay nakaayos na naman yung kanyang exponent ng pababa, when we say descending, pababa yung exponent. So yung x natin dito ay cube, then we have squared, and we have to the first power. So, ibig sabihin nun, hindi na po natin kailangan ayusin since nakaayos na po yung kanilang exponent. At wala na rin tayong ilalagay na 0 dahil wala naman pong nawawala na term. Pag meron dito term na nawawala, saka lang tayo maglalagay ng 0. Maybe it's another example. So, let's go. Since nakaayos na po yung ang atin pong exponents according to the degree or powers, ay ang bawat isang term ibababa na po natin nakatabi ng kanyang variable kasama yung kanyang sign. So, ganun po ang step number 1. Kaya na kailangan maibaba natin sila at gagamitin po natin sa pag-divide. Next step, equate the divisor to 0 to solve for c. Ibig sabihin nun, kailangan muna natin makuha yung value ng c. Kaya we need to equate. Ibig sabihin nun, isosolve muna natin yung atin pong divisor and we must equate this into 0. So, para gawin po natin yan, kopyahin lamang po natin yung ating divisor that is equals to x plus 2 equals to 0. Tatandaan na kailan po natin ma-equate ito into 0. Pagkatapos natin ilagay yan, we have now to find for the value of your x. Ang pinakamadali dito, lipat lang natin dito sa x. Since that is positive, this will become negative. Therefore, yung x natin is equals to negative 2. At yung value ng x na yan, yun na po ang ating maging divisor for your c. So, palit lang natin yung x as c, which is your divisor. Gagamitin na po natin yung kanyang divisor doon sa atin pong problem. So, let's go. Now, step number 3. Write the leading coefficient of the dividend on the bottom row. Nasaan po ba yung atin pong dividend? Ito po ang ating dividend. Ito po ang ating divisor. Kailangan daw po natin isulat ang leading coefficient ng atin pong dividend on the bottom row. So, nasa ilalim. Let's find out. We have here, ito po ang atin pong dividend na nanggaling dito kung saan kinuha natin ang kanilang numerical value. Then, yung atin pong x, which is equals to negative 2, gagawin po natin as our divisor. So, ilalagay po natin siya dito sa kanyang box. Tulad ng nabanggit na sa number 3, kailangan maibaba natin yung unang number or leading coefficient ng ating pong given polynomial. So, kung ano yung nasa una, ang tawag po natin sa leading coefficient. Then, yung number mismo, na kung saan nasa yung kanyang leading coefficient, yun po ang ating ibababa. Therefore, kailangan natin maibaba si 6. So, we have to bring down the leading coefficient of the dividend, and that's 6. Baba lang natin yung 6. Step number 5. Multiply the first coefficient 6 by the number in the divisor by negative 2 and write the product below the second coefficient. Ano ang ibig sabihin nun? Simple lang. I-multiply natin yung negative 2 doon sa 6. That's negative 2 times 6, that's equals to 12. Saan daw po natin ilalagay yung kanyang sagot? Below the second. Dapat ilalagay po natin below the second coefficient. Saan ang second coefficient? 11. So ilalagay po natin dyan yung kanyang sagot. Again, that's negative 2 times 6, that's equals to 12. Step number 6. Anong gagawin natin? Step number 6, add interest in the second column and write the sum below. Ibig sabihin nun, silang dalawa, ipa-plus lang natin sila. We just add. Since magkaiba po yung kanilang sign, pag ganyan, ating operation magiging subtract. Then we're going to copy the sign of the bigger number. And that is 12 minus 11, that's equals to 1. At ang sign ng atin pong malaking number is negative, kaya magiging negative 1. Tandaan, pag magkaiba yung sign, pag nag-add tayo ng integers, subtract ang atin pong operation at kukupihin natin yung sign ng malaking number. Next step. Next is to repeat the process. Ibig sabihin nun, ulit lang natin yung process natin ng number 5 and number 6. So, let's divide. Negative 2 times negative 1, ang ating sagot is positive 2. Then, add natin sila. Magkaiba yung sign, subtract natin. That's equals to, anong mangyayari? This will become negative 2. Bakit negative? Yung sign po ng 4, which is bigger than number 2, or larger, that's equals to negative sign. So, open natin yung kanyang sign. And then, tuloy lang natin. Tuloy lang natin yung kanyang process ng 5 and 6. Multiply ulit natin yung negative 2 at saka negative 2. That's positive 4. Then, add natin silang dalawa since magkaiba yung sign. And that's 9 minus 4. That's equals to 5. Kukupihin yung sign ng malaking number. And that's negative. So, nakuha na po natin ang kanilang partial quotient. Let's have the last step. Remember na yung ating pong last number dito, kung hindi po ito naging 0, kahit 0 po yun, yung last digit number natin na nakuha sa ating sagot, ang tawag po natin sa kanyang remainder. Tatandaan, the last digit number sa quotient natin ay lagi pong remainder. It doesn't matter kung 0 po ito or not. Pag 0, then no remainder. Pag hindi, then there's a remainder. So let's have step number 8. Sa step number 8, anong gagawin natin? We just simply write the quotient using the coefficient in the bottom row by affixing the variables except for the last number, which is the remainder. So, para maisulat natin yung kanyang final answer or quotient ng polynomial na ito, ibababa lang natin yung ating pong x or first digit number that is equal to 6. Then titingnan natin dito yung kanyang exponent. Magbabawas lang tayo ng isa. So that's equals to 3 minus 1, kaya po naging squared po siya. Then baba din po natin yung negative 1. So pag 1 yung number, ang ilalagay natin is x na lamang po. Hindi na natin kailan ilagay yung 1. But understood na po yun na meron tayo ditong 1. Ang kanyang exponent dito is 2. If we subtract 1, that's equals to raised to 1. Ulit, pag walang number sa taas ng variable, that's ang kanyang magiging exponent is always equals to 1. Next, bring down the next term. That's equals to negative 2. Since ang atin pong ditong variable sa taas is 1, if we subtract it by 1, so wala na pong magiging exponent, kaya po wala na pong magiging x. Tulad ng nasabi natin, yung ating pong last number is our remainder. So, to write our quotient, it is equivalent to the quotient plus the remainder, which is equals to negative 5 over your divisor. Itong divisor natin. So, lagay po na yung divisor. This is now our final answer. Ganun lang kadali. Have a nice day. Good luck.